clock gating using the sequential optimization that we get out of PowerPro, which has been very effective in terms of overall clock efficiency improvement at a fairly light investment in terms of the designer effort. In summary, we have an integrated set of tools to develop this waveform to early RTL power analysis and optimization flow. Thank you, everyone.
Great presentation. It is now time for some Q&A, so please continue submitting them. As a reminder, if you have minimized your Q&A window, please visit the Q&A icon at the bottom center of the screen to submit your individual questions. I'll now turn it over for some Q&A.
Thank you, Matilde. I see a few questions here. Let me read them out. Mohammed asked, do you have this metric-based KPI tracking system put into Power Regression or as a standalone flow? Yeah, that's a good question. As we enable this kind of the first time in this project that we were doing, we set it up kind of standalone, although ideally it's good to have it in a regressive mode, especially given the fact that we want to track milestone to milestone or even between different RTL drops. But in this case, we were, as and when a milestone RTL was about to be ready, we would go and pick and then run all the metrics on top of it, and then give the feedback to individual designers. The next question is, do you automate the process with PowerPro? So at this point, it's, we do have automation on all the guided optimization aspects of PowerPro. Again, over here, we use PowerPro for also doing some early power analysis. That was mainly done on an example design to see how the integration with the Power App follows, as well as the streaming into PowerPro and the power analysis that follows with it. We have to complete some correlation exercise on it in terms of ensuring that the numbers we do get eventually match or sign off. And then we intend to completely automate all of that. There's another question with respect to data related to clock gating percentage. I'm not sure if there's a typo there, but percentage with respect to multi-bit flop support. I guess what they're trying to ask is multi-bits taking into account with respect to clock gating. I think that's a very good question as well. In this specific case, as we are, dealing with the RTL and the analysis that gets done is with the PowerPro synthesis, I wouldn't say any of the multi-bit constraints have been included, but maybe if Khaled or anyone from Mentor wants to answer, if there is a mechanism to incorporate, the multi-bit percentages as far as the clock gating go and accurately predict the power, please go ahead.
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, go ahead, Khaled.
So we do optimization here. This is at the RTL level, right? So I think, are you talking about multi-bit flops in terms of gates? At this point, we don't have gates, right? So all the analysis that's being done and optimization that's being done is at the RTL level, right? And when we create clock gating expressions, the clock gating expressions, they can be for the entire, if it's a bus of 64 bits or what have you, we can get all the 64 bits or a section of those. So whatever, we automatically formally find out all the gating opportunities, And the suggestions that we give or the automatic optimization that we do can be for either the whole bit width or a section of it. I'm not sure if that answered the question. If not, please restate or add more.
Okay, I think those are all the questions I see here. Thank you, everyone, for joining the session. Have a good rest of the day.